Okay, what's up, everybody? I just want to talk about this new Resident Evil upcoming movie trailer, and talk about the movie, this upcoming movie by what's his name, Zach Gregor, and I just wanna say that I know most of you have already seen the trailer, and I know there's a lot of mixed feelings about it. Um, for one of the most probably obvious critiques is it's not based on the original characters from the game. Well, my theory, like my thoughts, this is my personal thoughts on this, is that I feel that first of all, I know the most obvious and probably the most popular. I don't know popular, but but it's the most obvious critique of this upcoming Resident Evil movie is that it's not based on the original characters from the games, and I just gotta say that I think that personally it's a good thing that it isn't. And the reason why I say that is because that we already know the story of Chris, Jill, Barry, Wesker, and so on, right? We already know their story. Their stories have already been told, and it, like if you're familiar with Resident Evil from 1996, the video games, you grew up with it. If you're from that era, you grew up with these characters, and you learn their story. You already know their story. Their stories are already been told. So the fact that what's that, Gregor, because he's Zach Gregor, he is going from a different approach by not using the original characters of Resident Evil, and here's why I think it's a good thing. Number one, it's good to tell a story from a completely different perspective, and I think that is brilliant. And I feel that it's no, it's just so much better. It's so much better to see it from a survivor's perspective, right? Because we've always known Resident Evil to be from the main protagonists, whether it's Chris, Jill, Barry, Leon, and so and etc. And you know, and yeah, I know we're going to talk. Got to mention the Paul W S Anderson's adaptation. There's a lot of mixed feelings about it. I was okay with it. It was a bit of fun. It was a fun movie. It wasn't. Yeah, I think the problem was with Paul W S Anderson, and the problem being is that it was trying to be too much like the games, and rather than just trying to tell like a horror zombie movie. um I feel that it didn't really work, because yeah, it seemed a bit cringe, because like with the original characters, it just seemed cringe. It's like, oh, was that supposed to be Jill? Or was that supposed to be Barry? Or was that supposed to be Wesker? Or was that supposed to be Leon? It was just so much, and I just feel that, that's not really what we want, really. I feel that this has the potential. We're gonna dive into this. Well, we're gonna check out the trailer. I mean, I'm probably sure you've already seen it anyway, but we're gonna go into it. But this is just some of my thoughts on this upcoming movie, and why I think telling the story from a whole new perspective is a good thing, rather than it just being based on the games, because that's been done. I mean, look at Welcome to Raccoon City. They try to base it off the game. Leon, Claire, Chris, and the original character, and it didn't work. It didn't work. It was, Welcome to Raccoon City was trash. I bought it on DVD. Like I bought it. I watched it once, and I just never felt the need to go back and rewatch it again. Do you know what I mean? And that's not how a movie should be. But I feel that, I just don't think, like, keep basing the Resident Evil movie on the original characters is always the way to go. Because their stories have been told. Leon, Chris, Barry, Wesker, Jill, Leon, and etc. Their stories have been told. We know their stories, right? So how many times can you keep telling the same story? So for this, really, for this trailer to be this Resident Evil movie to be being told from a completely different perspective, which is not what people are used to, because we're so used to the original characters. So for it to be being told from a different perspective, and from a completely different angle, people are gonna understand why it has a lot of mixed feelings. But I personally think it's a good thing for the story to retell the story from a completely different perspective, and and what have you. But anyway, we're gonna check this out. We'll check out this trailer.
Hello?
So I'm just gonna turn that down. I don't really need to.
Problem on the road. I was wondering if I could use your phone. Hello?
We're sorry.
Hey, babe. Look, I'm really sorry that we got disconnected earlier, but some things have happened. I'm in like a seriously fucked up situation right now. And it looks like there's a chance that we might not get to talk to each other again.
So I'm just sitting there, I'm just thinking, like, okay, like, see him, he starts off with a handgun, then I think he got a shotgun. So, that's quite accurate to the games, to be honest. You start off in the game, when you start off in Resident Evil, you start with a pistol, and then you go, and as you progress through the games, you get, you start acquiring bigger arsenal weapons. Well, this guy here, is that Mr. I had a meme. Or was it like a quote? So that's Mr. Double XL. I think that works really well. But you see, he starts. I think he started off with a pistol, and then you see him with a double barrel shotgun. And you try to get some keys. So how's that not already like quite faithful to the games? Because that's what you do in the games, isn't it? You start off with a pistol, and as you progress through the game, you have to pick up some keys and stuff nuts so you can unlock the door, so you can progress a bit further, and as you're doing that, you're picking up bigger weapons, a bit more powerful weapons like a shotgun, SMGs. You do that throughout the game. So how is this not faithful to the games? Just because it's not using the original characters from the games doesn't mean it's just not faithful. So so far I'm thinking it is. It's got some a lot of attention.
And it looks like there's
See?
a chance that we might.
See, he started off with a pistol. Then you see him with a double cracked and open the double barrel shotgun, and now he's got an MP5. See, that's an MP5. So therefore, as the movie's progressing, he picks up a bit of larger arsenal of weapons, which is what you do in Resident Evil. They start off with a shitty weapon, and then you, as you progress through the game, you pick up better weapons and arsenal, and that's what's happening here. So how's this not faithful? Just because it's not being the narrative is not being led by the main protagonist from the games, doesn't mean it's not being faithful to the games. That's what I'm saying.
And it looks like there's a chance that we might not get to talk to each other again.
This Rex XXL, September.
I just wanted you to know.
Oh,
I love you.
I love you too. Resident Evil. Okay. Yeah. But that's Resident Evil trailer, and but I just think that, you know, this has probably, I mean, hopefully it's going to be a better adaptation than Welcome to Raccoon City, because when they try to use the original characters, like I've already discussed, I'm not going to go too much in. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go 20 minutes off on a tangent, which sometimes I probably do, but I feel that this is probably has the potential, because like say, this is only a 1 minute 53 second trailer. This is the first trailer. This is all we've got, you know what I mean? And people are like, oh well, it's not the main protagonist, so oh, therefore it's not Resident Evil. Fuck off. This has the potential of being a great Resident Evil movie, probably the best. You know, I mean, obviously when till September, when the movie actually releases, and obviously we'll have a better you know, a viewpoint of how the movie is, and then we can really judge it then. But I find it hard because, you know, from a 1 minute video, 1 minute 50, actually 1 minute 40 second video, like trailer, and you're already like critiquing it, like to the point where, oh, this movie's gonna suck, it's gonna do this, it's gonna do that. It's like, no, come on, you know, come on, you know better than this. You gotta give it a chance. Just because it's not based on the main protagonist doesn't mean it's not going to be a great Resident Evil movie, because I think it's good. The story is being told from a completely different perspective. It's being told from the perspective of a survivor rather than a main protagonist like a STARS member, you know, and I think that's a good thing. No, I think that's a good thing, because with the original characters, we know their stories, we know their backstories, and we know everything about them. So their stories don't need to keep being retold. You can't. How many times can you keep retelling the same story? You know, so it's good. So it's a genius move from Zach Greger to tell the story from a different perspective. from the perspective of a survivor of whether it's Raccoon City or whatever. But yeah, so that's just my take on it. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now. Cheers, peace. I'm out. Peace.